Hello, everybody. My name is Dhruti. Um, I hope you can see this video clearly. I am live from Just Be, as you know. Uh, Hi, hi, Magda. I just saw you. um, so I'm an artist, a spiritual healer, a therapist, and a trance medium, and I spend a lot of time in this wonderful space. And here's a wonderful, tiny little opportunity to spend a little moment with you. It's going to be a very short video. It's going to be something very intimate. So if you are watching this, if you are online, you can watch this much later as well. It will be recorded and stored in the archives of Just Be. What I'm really going to talk about is the challenges we are facing emotionally during a time of um, a situation like we are in at the moment, but also not just this situation, not just the collective consciousness of what we are all going through from a pandemic point of view, but also our day-to-day challenges. Day-to-day challenges would include anxiety over the future. Day-to-day challenges would include not knowing what your next career move will be, not knowing what's going to come next, fear of the future, fear of the present perhaps, or having having a sense of dislocation, that you're dislocated from your present moment, and you tend to feel almost in exile. You feel that you're not at home with anything, probably with your relationship, or you're anxious about something to do with who you are as a person. Maybe you've got like aspects of your personality that are showing up, and you don't have tools to deal with it. So there are many of these challenges that we face on a day-to-day level because we are human beings. There is no other science behind it. We as humans have chosen this life to experience these emotions however they are. So what we are actually going to do at the moment is I'm just going to give you three different tools. uh, I will not call it tools. Let me replace the word tools with like a companion, like a friend when you don't have a friend with you, when you don't have somebody to talk to. Or let's say you have someone to talk to, but there is no way for you to reach out to this person. Maybe as humans, we are not fully available for each other all the time as much as we would like to. And sometimes we don't know how and where to go when we really need help of any kind, help of any kind, especially emotional help when you feel isolated or you feel lonely or you don't know what's going to happen next and anxiety takes over you. Let's say you want to call a friend but your friend is not available. You want to call a parent but you don't want to distress them with your own stress. So there are many of these factors that govern your day-to-day life and you don't know who to reach out to, right? So what I'm going to initiate or introduce to you is a invitation. Let us invite this friend. I would like to call it friend, a connection. Yeah. So I'm going to use this word a lot, connection. It's something very beautiful and very intuitive, and it is inherent within each human being. We were all born from this wisdom. We have only forgotten. As time went by, as we went through different journeys of our life, we just forgot this language. So I would like to just take few minutes to introduce this language to you and see if this can become your companion. It is not a cookie cutter solution. It is not something that is going to, completely free you of your status quo or your present state of situation, but it will bring you a grounding. And that is very important. To have a sense of grounding means to hold on to something, just so that you can take a decision. You can take a decision from here and not react on impulse and not take decisions, especially life decisions, from an impulsive state of mind, like choosing your emotions out of anger, frustration, or anxiety. So, what I'm going to introduce is I'm going to introduce three modules which are very intuitive. Believe me, this can come to anybody naturally. So I'm not telling you something out of context. It is not something difficult to understand. It needs no procedure. It is not linear by nature. There is no algorithm to it. It's very natural. You can teach your children also. You can even teach a teenager who's probably going through growing up issues in a world where she or he is bombarded with so much but doesn't know what to do with it. I have a lovely question that has come up. What advice can you give to people having stress in isolation? So, this question will be, Frederick, I'm going to address this question through the three modules that I'm going to introduce. So, if you are all online, just let's have a little connection. Let's connect with each other. Yeah, let's try this. I want you to treat it more practically. So if you're in a comfortable place, what I'd like you to do is I just want you to sit. It's something very short. So I'm going to show you the first module or a technique. I'll actually replace the word technique to an energy connection. Okay, it is. So let's say you are anxious at the moment or you are confused at the moment. Don't worry about the emotion. Don't think about the emotion. Let the because the emotion is nothing but an experience. It is just an experience. It is an emotion at the moment, but it will pass. It is transient by nature, right? All emotions are transient by nature. What doesn't change is the eternal. So we will try and connect to the eternal, which is the center, the grounding. So the first one is utilizing your breath. That is something very simple, right? Each one of us knows where our breath is. Each one of, even a small child, if you tell them what breath is, the child might be like, oh, that's it, right? So breath is the most important part of rekindling your connection with yourself, because as human beings we don't know anything else. The one constant that is moving within us is the breath, right? So let us utilize the first energy connection is with your breath. So I'm going to demonstrate it to you, and if you would like to join, you will be able to derive more benefits if you join with me rather than seeing me talk. It is better if you join with me. You will enjoy this experience more. So first one is the breath energy technique. All right. So I want you to just sit comfortably, put your phones or your laptop, whatever you're connected to, just keep them at a distance where you can hear my voice. You don't have to see me, it's not compulsory. But those who are watching me, you can watch me, continue to watch me. And I just want you to close your eyes. Okay? So just close your eyes, and all you have to do is become aware. Now, let us take, for example, you are overwhelmed with a feeling of anxiety. Let's take it as an example. It is not necessary that it is what you are in the moment. I'm using this as a demonstration. So close your eyes and simply become aware that you are here, right? You are here. Nothing else. Don't be aware of anything. Let all the noises and the sounds, everything just stay the way it is. At the moment, we will just become aware that I am here in the present. I'm not in the past. I'm not in the future. I am here. I am here. I am here. Just continue this sense of intention. I am here. You don't have to even say it. You just have to feel it. I am here. So, as you have established that you are here, you are not in the past, you are not in the future, you are here. I am here. So, I am here is a awareness. Okay, we have ticked that out. We are now fully aware that we are here. Now, gently, just using this awareness that I am here, I would ask you to start witnessing your breath. Just invite your breath. Just witness your breath while you are here in the present. You will retrieve maximum benefit if your eyes are closed so that you can completely enclose your consciousness, your awareness, without any external noises or voices. Just witness your breath, inflow and outflow, natural inflow and outflow. Now, at certain moments, you will notice that your breath starts stretching itself based on maybe what you are feeling. These are your nerve centers giving information to your body. So, maybe I'll just as an example, I want to take a deep breath because it has naturally come to me. I'm not doing it with my mind, I'm not using my intellect. I just feel like doing. You can do that. It will come naturally as an information to you. The more natural you become with your breath, the more you start understanding this language of connection or grounding. Continue to witness the breath. If any thoughts, anything appears, simply go back to the intention: I am here. I am nowhere else. I am here. And in intervals, if you feel like you want to take one conscious breath, you can do that. Once again, go back to the natural inflow and outflow of the breath. Stay with the breath for a few seconds. Now, slowly, as you have adapted to this new language, or you have been introduced to this new language of the breath, try and concentrate your awareness at your navel center. The navel center is the point where the umbilical cord is connected. It is the point of your gut or your instinct. If you want to locate your navel center, you can take your right palm or your left palm and simply place it in the center of your belly. It will automatically activate your awareness with your navel center. This is the point of instinct or gut, intuition as well. Just simply now that you're here, I am here. While you're here, you are aware of the breath. Now extend the awareness to your navel center. Extend the awareness to your navel center and gently stay there. Just watch the breath in your navel center. For some of you who are extremely sensitive to energy, you might even start feeling a shape forming, like a circular shape. Some of you might see colors. Some of you might feel all kinds of energy in the body. Some of you might see a symbol. Just become very sensitive. Very sensitive. Don't be harsh on yourself. Don't use your mind. Don't use your intellect. Don't think if you're doing it right. It is happening on its own. You are doing nothing. This is a universal consciousness. It is happening on its own. You are just aware of it. You are just using your five senses to become aware of it. That's it, nothing else. Stay in the navel center. Watch the breath in the navel center. You are here. Allow the breath to get deeper and deeper in your navel center. Whenever thoughts arrive, just repeat within you, I am here. I am here. For some people, the breath would start becoming very subtle. Sukshma Sharira means subtle body starts getting activated. Allow the subtle body to become more active. Stay in your navel center only. Do not travel anywhere else. Just stay there. Let it travel you. You don't travel it. You just experience. Stay firmly grounded in your navel center. Let your breath become deeper and deeper. It will turn into prana, life force. Sukshma Sharira, subtle body. Stay. When you stay like this, you will realize that whatever it is that you were going through previously was the past. In this moment, you are complete. You are one with consciousness. This is how you enter your center. From here, you will listen to your soul or energy or divine or God, whatever you like to call it, or the subtle body, very clearly. Very clearly, it will become crystal clear. Just stay with it. Let anything happen. Don't open your eyes. Just enjoy this experience of being completely one with consciousness. There is no separation. You are not separate from the whole is not separate from you. You are one and you are completely present. You will continue to do this till you feel completely relaxed. The sign that you are connected is relaxation. When you are relaxed, consciousness is awake. It wants to communicate with you. So, in true essence, you are not alone. You are not isolated. The whole universe is by your side. Just feel the vastness inside you, in your navel center. And for some people, if your intuition levels are very high, you will even get some intuition. You will even get some message. Take it. Just take it as a gift. It's a gift of connection. For some people, if you wish to ask a question during this time, if you want some clarity, if you feel like you need some kind of a direction, when you are centered and when you are fully relaxed, you can ask. If you feel like you can ask, and you will get some direction, you will get an energy, you will get a feeling. Your body will start responding to this energy. It is not a compulsion, it is just a choice offered to you. Now, slowly, once again, from your navel center, bring your awareness back to your breath. This time, you will leave the navel center. You will just become fully aware of the breath, the inflow and the outflow, natural inflow and natural outflow. Watch how your breath has changed the pattern. Every emotional pattern can be broken with the breath if you understand this language. It is just a matter of understanding and tuning in. Just become fully aware of your breath, completely aware. I am here. I am here. Bring this sense of I am here in your awareness. I am here. Feel this I am here completely in your body. You are completely centered. You are fully in the center. It's like you are in the center of the whole universe. You are at the center of vast consciousness. You are here. And whenever you feel ready and you feel that now you're ready to open your eyes, you feel completely centered, you can open your eyes. Take a few seconds. Stay with me. You can still feel the sukshma sharira, the subtle breath, the subtle body. You can still feel the melody, how it's moving. Hmm? I'm sure, I'm sure you can feel it. Just stay with it. Just flow with it for a while. Stay. It is an awareness. It is a state of complete awareness. See how this breath is actually giving you life. It is giving you prana. It is giving you life force. You can feel it. Your five senses become more sharper. Yeah. So now, if you want to come back and become more attentive of the earth plane, just take one long breath and just become conscious again. I'm here. You can even say that. I'm here. So let me know if you enjoyed this one little connection that I could offer you. There are two more to go that will come to me intuitively. But let me know if you have any doubts, if you have any questions around this. The key here is to not use your mind, to not use the intellect. Not at all. I know for some people you want to figure things out, which is a very natural human questioning phenomena. But this is a different language. This is like, it's like asking a plant exactly how are you green? It's like asking a bird, how exactly do you fly? Or it's like asking a human being, how do you walk? It's an inherent wisdom. It is an inherent wisdom that has come with the natural consciousness of the birth of or the genesis of Earth. So, Earth is breathing so that we can breathe. Actually, what we are breathing is we are breathing the Earth's breath. So, Earth, we are connected to the Earth consciousness on a deeper level of gravity. If there was no gravity, we would be flying, we would be completely suspended. But the fact that we are deeply rooted is what makes our consciousness much, much, much more grounded than you can imagine. So, our true nature, if you ask me, is grounding. If you ask me, our truest, deepest nature is absolute centering. Um, I have a question. How can people reach you for a one-to-one session? I will answer that after. Okay, let me answer that. Maybe if people want to leave. Thank you so much, Frederick. I take sessions at Just Be every Saturday. There are group sessions, and I also take on one-to-one sessions where we deal with many, many levels of consciousness on very deep levels. Sometimes from childhood trauma to shadow work to things that will just intuitively come because all these aspects appear in your body just so that you can attend to it, just so that you can evolve from it. So I do take one-to-one sessions here at Just Be, and on Saturdays I have group sessions. I have a group session starting in about an hour now, and they are very intuitive by nature. They utilize functionally they utilize the breath and the prana, and then you go into deeper levels of consciousness and you enter into a trance. Very important that all the work, actually all the real work, happens in a state of bliss or complete trance. All emotions happens in a state of ultimate trance. So our aim is through the work that we do together, we will reach an ultimate deep trance and allow the work to happen from there. Because then in that space and time of consciousness, there is no time. It is timeless by nature. And when things are timeless, they are not linear. They are non-linear. They are just flowing. So we try and tap into those very, very inherent, very powerful state of consciousness. And from there, we raise the vibration. Now, what is raising the vibration? Actually, it's a good question about why I take the session is to increase the vibrational force or uh, point of sukshma sharira, the point of subtle body needs to increase so that human beings can operate at their highest potential. Actually, as beings, we are extremely powerful. We have a lot of multi-dimensional consciousness based inside us which are untapped by nature. They are untapped because we don't know how to utilize it. In our day-to-day life, we tend to get so swayed by the everyday concerns and worries that we forget that we are much larger than this and that we can bring this knowledge into our everyday life. So our role here, if anything, is to increase the state of vibration so much, not to attain positive results and maybe become rich. That's not the aim. Okay, that may also work, I don't know, not for me at least, but my concern is to see how much can you connect so that you operate from a place of a higher consciousness, so that who you were before is not the same person who you are now. Because earlier who you were was just the past. It was an aspect of you, and it is not serving your growth now. So now it is time for you to move on so that you start finding work from here. You start establishing new relationships from here. You start forging new ways of thinking from here. You have a career shift from here, or you think differently. You operate at a much higher vibrational frequency where there is complete bliss. But again, don't mistaken bliss with happiness. All emotions are important. Sadness, pain, suffering is in fact the most important. If you are suffering, actually the reality is if you're suffering, you are reaching enlightenment. If you understand the wisdom of suffering, if you know how to utilize suffering by integrating the essence of suffering or pain within you, and allowing that to help you become a tree. Otherwise, how will you understand somebody else's pain? How will you understand? How can you be of service to someone else when you have not understood your own pain, when you have not sat with it? Most of the time in life, we try to replace pain with happiness. That is, I think, the worst thing you can ever do to yourself. I know there are a lot of arguments around it, but I'm not talking from this plane. I'm not talking from intellect. I'm saying that the pain that is there is gold. If you know how to utilize it, if you know how to become friends with it, if you allow it to let you grow, if you know it can do something, if you just understand the beautiful wisdom behind this emotion. But all your emotions are connected to your breath. This is where the real work begins. So, in most of my work, I focus purely on the consciousness of the breath and then attending to the emotions as they are. So, I don't separate your emotion from you. It is a part of you, it is an experience. But when there is time, there is pain. When there is no time, there are only stories, right? Imagine now, when probably you were 14 years old, you've had an experience when you were 14. At 27 or 28 or at 40, it would not matter to you so much. But when you were at the age of 14, it did matter to you. So let's say that you've had an incident, a very painful incident at the age of 14, which the world told you enough, you need to grow out of this. So you grew out of it. But the remnant of that memory is still stored in your conscience, it's stored in your nervous system, right? Now that will be the centering factor of how you have chosen the decisions of your life, how you have made these decisions. Your destiny was practically shaped from this memory. So now what we have to do is not eradicate that memory. We can't, it's already done. The job is done. At that point of time, you had to experience it. That acceptance, to allow that acceptance to come, you have to come to this level where you're like, I know better now. How do you know better? You know better when you start opening the vast eternal consciousness within you that will actually offer you a new way of looking at life. So, what was probably bothering you at the age of 14, whether you like it or not, or you'll be amazed that that is actually your friend. It has guided you so far if you want to look at it like that. And looking at something is a perception based reality, and we can go on about it, which I don't want to divulge you, but I really want to tell you that you have shaped your destiny from unconscious patterns, but they have got you till here. And who are you without your pain? You know, your anima or your soul or your personality shines because you have gone through this. That is the rus. You know, a mango, it takes so much for a mango to be sweet. It takes so much. You know, the aim of a mango, of course, this is me as a person who's in a storytelling consciousness now, but I'm really telling you that the mango is being ripened out of pain because it takes a lot to be born. So imagine how much the mango goes through just so that you can get the juice out of it. Think about it. Just think about this thought. And it is not, I'm not talking from air. I'm really telling you this. They say, right, a diamond, when it's chiseled, it shines. Um, you get the flavors of life because you know something has gone through an experience. So if you try and substitute your experience by saying, oh shit, I had a bad experience, oh my god, it was so negative, you are actually taking away the very essence, the very quintessence, the very rasa, the very elixir of life. Life is meant to show you these experiences, but how you unfold or unravel using this experience, I understand a lot of people didn't know then, but now as we grow, as we, you know, another thing I want to tell you, there is something called timing. um, Maybe I'm jumping over topics, but they're all connected. It's happening simultaneously. There is something called timing. You must have noticed in your day to day life that you wanted something, but it didn't happen to you. You must have regretted it for a brief period of time, and then you're like, it's not meant to happen. But see, 7 8 years down the line, something else happens to you, and you're like, thank God that this didn't happen, otherwise I would have not got this. Or let's say that thing that did not happen happened maybe 7 8 years down the line. Just shows how much you have grown, just shows how much you have evolved in order for you to see it this way. Everything is divinely timed. And this is a very different language from the modern language of time. We follow the clock. So we feel time has passed. If somebody comes and tells me, even at 70, my dad tells me this, which is why I'm using 70. My father is in his 70s. So he tells me, I wish I did that, my time has passed. I wish I did that, my time has passed. So when I tell him, oh, why don't you do it now? And he's like, no, no, I don't have that energy to do it now. So then I ask him, do you really want to do this, or is there something else you'd like to do? So he does tell me that there's something else I would like to do. Now, he has these qualities which he would have not understood when he was young. And same, when the right time happens, things will just come to you. It will come to you in different shapes, in different forms. I call these slender threads. There's a very beautiful author named Robert A. Johnson. I recommend you read him if people, whoever is interested in reading and in books. He passed away around when he was 100. He lived a very long life, mashallah, and he passed on, but he left beautiful literature. And I'm very, very inspired by his work. He's a Jungian analyst, and he says this beautifully. He calls these threads slender threads. Slender threads, what he really means, and I kind of use that in my vocabulary now, thanks to him, is synchronicity, right? Where everything just flows, it just moves. Now, when do you know that you are flowing? Force cannot meet itself with force. Force can only meet itself with flow. So when you understand, like any language, if you have to learn a new language, it will take some time, right? So this is also a language. Flow is a language. But what is the difference between real language and flow as a language? Flow as a language is inherent. It has come with your birth. It is a universal consciousness language. It is a language that you knew before you took this birth. And how do you know this, that you know this language? As you unfold in life, you will remember, I know this. You know, sometimes you might start a certain art form very late in life. Maybe at the age of 50, you take on the paint brushes and you realize you're Picasso. How the hell did that happen? That energy was always within you, but somehow your choices in life did not let you experience this. But at the ripe age of 50, when you have ripened like that perfect mango, you are now able to make those stunning strokes, and you can feel the heightened state of energy that is happening when you are painting. This is consciousness. This is how consciousness works. Now, when you become conscious of how consciousness works, your life changes even more. The only difference between unconscious living and conscious living is something as simple, a very crude example. When you tame a goat, right? When you tame a goat and you slice that goat out of butchery, but when you tame that goat as a pet, it's different, right? So when it is a pet, you're very conscious about its needs. But when it is meant for butchery, you're not conscious. You just want the food, right? We are going to apply the consciousness of how you can have a pet. That is what I mean. What I really mean is you will not hurt it. You will take it, you will love it, right? You will pour love into it, you'll pour energy into it. That is how consciousness really, really works. And when you recognize this language, everything starts coming together, everything starts flowing so naturally that you're very open to the idea of anything and everything. So now we will move to the second very tiny, very, very tiny. If you still want to stay back or this is recorded, you can watch it later. The second energy module is something very interesting. So let's try it out if we can. And this will be very short, very, very short. So close your eyes. I just want you to visualize a light beam, nothing else, a light source. Don't worry about the color. Color is left to you completely. Just feel, feel or see whichever of your senses are stronger. Just feel the energy above your head, at the center of your head, just above it, just above your head. It is like you are looking at the source of energy and it is right above your head. You will feel tingling sensations in the center of your head. You will feel tingling sensations anywhere. You may not even feel anything. Key is to just feel a light source above your head. And feel that this force of light or this strength and potent light is entering from the center of your head and it's going all the way into your body. Very good. This time we are not visualizing anything. We are not using the breath. We are simply using awareness that there is a source of light at the center of your head and it's just pouring in unconditionally, unconditionally pouring in. Just feel this source of light gushing into your body. If there is any ache or if there is any pain, if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling a little off center, anything, whatever you're feeling, just feel this light go there. Let it go. It is an energy, it is a language. Just let it pass. Be very open to receiving. Just focus on this light above your head. Feel this light enter your body and cover the entire body up. Now feel this light cover your whole room, maybe the country, the continent, the earth, cosmos. Just let the light have a spillover. Simply be aware of this endless source of light pouring in. The subtle body is expanding. This energy is just expanding. You just focus on the source of light. Now, just like the first exercise, when you feel completely relaxed and in tune, bring this source of light, concentrated, concentrated, concentrated. Bring this source of life to the center of your head, like a Chandra Bindu, a center. Bring this source of light completely to the center of your head. Just see it like a tiny circle in the center of your head. I want you to now breathe from there. Just breathe. Don't worry. Just feel that your breath and the center of your head is connected. Just breathe. Stay in the center. Once you recognize the subtle strength of this center, relax. And whenever you're relaxed and you're ready, open your eyes. I'm sure you would have felt an instant centering. This is another, if at any given point of time, if you feel anxious, if you feel you can't handle the world, this is a second very beautiful energy exercise that you can use depending on your taste. The last one is a very simple one. I'm just going to end it with this very small exercise. You can see my palms here, right? So all your palm carries points, right? It's an energy center point. You can do a lot with your hand, right? Healers are known to remember their wisdom purely with their hands, and of course through other senses. But hands work very beautifully when you understand the wisdom behind it. So what I want you to do is I just want you to stretch your palms this way. If you're watching me, stretch, 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 stretch. You can even do this. Just watch, just do this. While you're doing this, I want you to even pay attention to your breath. Don't clap. Don't don't have a physical contact between your hands. Just feel the energy. Just increase increase it like a wave. Like let it expand the wave between both your hands like this. Get a little ecstatic. Enjoy it. You're preparing something. You're brewing something. Magic. Just feel it. Don't clap, don't clap, don't clap. Feel. That's it. You can even close your eyes. Now feel the electric current between your palms. Nice. You can close your eyes or you can have your eyes open. Just feel it. Now you can play with it. Play. Now energy is at its heightened state. Do what you want. If you feel you're losing it, once again do this. You can bring both your hands this way or you can just do this. Now, when you found the energy, just play. You can feel like a ball, an electromagnetic, heightened, beautiful energy just moving like a child, very childlike consciousness. It's just moving. Just play with it. Keep your hands a little loose. Just play. If you close your eyes, you can really move with it. This is how, this is actually how artists move when they are completely and deeply connected. You can just move. Just let it flow. Let it flow. Feel the current, feel the electromagnetic current of this flow. And if you feel there are any blocks in your body, you can even place both your hands on the block and just see that it's going. It's energy. So energy is free flowing. So if there's any ache in your hips, in your joints, in your spine, just rub it together and once again connect to the electromagnetic current between your palms. If you want to further activate it, just stretch your palms or a wave clap, whatever you feel like doing. And once you have established this connection of energy, all I want you to do is place both your hands once again, either on your navel center, if you feel aligned with your navel center, or you place it on your heart center, and just feel the cosmic heartbeat. If in your navel center, feel the cosmic intuition, feel the cosmic heartbeat. Just feel it and put a little smile if you can. Feel it. Feel this love, this unconditional source of love being given to you. And over here, whatever is bothering you, just give it to the source. Let it take care. Just say, I'm here, I'm fully present. You take care of me. I completely surrender. I completely surrender. That's it. That's it. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. It's these are very quick. Of course, this is a very vast. I can go on, so I want to end it right here because I think I've taken up much more of the time. But all this becomes so timeless that I kind of get carried away. So please forgive me if I ate into your time. But I hope these three techniques can be fruitful and useful to you, particularly when you are challenged with themes and emotions that you are not able to handle, or you don't have somebody to support you or function as a support system for you. Utilize any of these three, and if you have any doubts, if you have any questions, please leave your questions behind. I'd be very happy to answer them. And if you'd like to have a session with me at any given point in time, feel free to do that as well. And yeah, just stay fully in the knowing that you are taken care of. You are always heard. You are never alone. You are never alone for a single moment in this universe. This universe is so vast, it's so eternal that it doesn't leave you alone because you are connected to it and it is connected to you. So please know that when nobody is listening to you, there is an unseen force, a small voice within you that is listening to you and is assuring you that you are not alone. Thank you so much for your time. My name is Dhruti Shah. Thanks a lot for joining in, and I wish you all the love, all the light, and all the beautiful energies.